Hello, my beautiful Astralites and other worldlies of all. Um, Sorry I'm a little late, had a bit of technical difficulties, but I was able to sort it all out. As you know, it is the month of October, obvi, and well, I like to call it Collect-Tober because bills have gone rampant. I'm sure Juliana and I are not the only ones here. Um, In my last video, I mentioned how things were getting out of control at my complex, which they still are. Um, of course, tonight was the debut of the patrolman, uh, well, doing patrols around my complex campus. And if that's not bad enough, they sent me. Okay, so I mentioned the whole sewage, water, and trash debacle, right? So they send me that in writing with a list of the pricing next to the months that I owe. So that's why I call this Collect-Tober because we're nearing the end of the year and well basically higher ups want to act like a bunch of pimps. So that's pretty much where we're at. Not even Halloween and people are pulling more tricks than treats on us basically. Also, I hope you guys are staying warm. Um, as you know, the nights are starting to get more and more chilly. As it's the fall season, uh, it just means winter's going to be around the corner. So I had to go to Target earlier to buy some warm gloves. The ones that have the text messaging capabilities on them. Fairly cheap, very stylish, very warm. So I had to pick up some of those because most work shifts I work late at night and it's been nothing but chilly walks home. But now I'm prepared, especially since I gotta work till 1 in the AM tomorrow. So there's that. And things just getting out of control. Higher ups want to act stupid as much as there was a drunkard that just passed us not too far long ago. And it's I get it's the month of October, it's Halloween season. Things are supposed to be scary, but y'all doing too much. That's basically where I'm at with this. I still haven't managed to finish my costume, but it should be done by Halloween. I'm fairly certain I'm working Halloween, which honestly is ridiculous because I consider that an actual holiday. Dia de los Muertos, especially, and Juliana's watching me, so if you heard me echo,
Sorry about the echo, sweetheart.
I'm sure they got a kick out of it. But that's pretty much it's Collect-Tober. You can't even enjoy um, going out, getting your candy, getting your costumes without coming home. Excuse me, seeing a notice on your door saying, "Oh, you owe $80 to $100, so on and so forth on each of these months." Yeah, I know Day of the Dead's one of my top favorites. It's mostly because I love the sugar skulls. I love the culture behind it. I've still yet to see Coco. Don't judge me.
I've been bugging you to take me.
Well, I have Disney Plus. We can just watch Coco on there.
Okay.
Remember me. Honestly, I think that's the most depressing song, but to each their own, I suppose. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much. I'm basically uh I'm basically saying screw all to my complex. You know, I pay enough bills for rent and electricity. That's it. Because as I said in my last video, water was heavenly given to us as a gift, and capitalists decided to put profit on that. Thanks a lot, losers. Um, Sewage and trash. How is that my problem? You guys are the ones running the show. That's your responsibility. They're nickel and diming everybody. It's not just me. My sister has to deal with this. I'm sure Juliana's told you some stuff, and it's getting out of hand. So I'm just like, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm gonna say something. And lo and behold, because you guys know me, I don't care. Like I will say something if I find it unjust. That's basically how I do. But I'm hoping you guys are still enjoying your Halloween season. Um, if you have your bills paid in full, good on you. But I still say electric companies screwing us over. I'm just looking at it. I only owe like $100, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll just pay the recent balance of whatever it is because it's $100. I can take care of that easily if it comes down to urgent notice, whatever. But that's what I've been dealing with, aside from taking care of my health, which is substantially better. I actually got some of these extra strength probiotic gummies. Work like a charm, actually. They're the Ollie brands, you know, the ones that I told you I use. Uh, that's why, because they're fast acting. They're not made with unknown chemicals and all this other stuff doctors prescribe you, which is secretly opioids and nothing like that. Oh, so Juliana has been going through the problems with her bank as well, as you can see in the comments section here. I'm not gonna say the bank's name, but basically they froze her account, which I'm not surprised because that's what banks do. But I'm gonna save that subject for another time. I'm just gonna tell you the cliff notes of it, basically. Um, yeah, and that's the thing, though. You shouldn't be have to be extremely responsible. That's the bank's job. But much like banks and other low down corporations like them, it's like you can't even pull money out or even put money in for that matter. That's why I'm like, I'm glad I have prepaid cards so I don't have to deal with that. Because actually, I got a notice myself from my own bank saying because I had a situation where it was negative um, a few hundred or whatever. And they're just like, unless these needs are made, we're going to close your account. I'm just like, by all means, like, because banks are not the only ways you can build healthy credit. That they're really not. And if people say that they are, they're flat out lying to you. Oh, if you mess up with your bank, your credit's gonna. Oh, shut up. No, it's not. I recently just got a new phone. They said I can build credit by paying the bill on that. I'm just like, okay, we'll see what happens from there because honestly, I trust them on that point. And some of you are probably going, you fell for it. Ah, shut up. Not even talking to you. My lady found that funny. But seriously, if you're trying to build credit, banks are not the only way to do that. There are many successful people. I'm just going to say electric company. I'm not going to say the actual name of it. But like I was saying, there was many successful people who go on through life without having to use a single bank card. They just go prepaid all the way. If they want to build their credit, they go to a certain prepaid card and just go from there. That's actually how I'm planning to pay my phone bill anyway, because I can easily just replace the money for phone bill, and it's actually looking fairly good. I just gotta use my card more. The only problem with that is I rarely have emergencies, so I'm just like, okay, my phone's gonna have to do because that actually counts as an emergency because that's part of my what I do here when I don't have my laptop. So there's that, and yeah, the electric company basically is you could use very little electricity. You could be basically going Amish, and and they could, and they could still stack your electricity bill tenfold. Like you could use very little electricity. Like at my house, when the day is out, we have plenty of light shining in. We don't bother to flip the switch unless we're doing dishes or something. The most electricity we use is, well, I use it for my cell phone, charge my cell phone, charge my earbuds, things like that.
The candle lights and say you're these and thous and put a bonnet on and everything.
No. My brother, he uses his electricity so he can live stream and connect with his people and do those types of things.
Is he still doing his TikTok?
Yeah, but I'm not sure he's doing it quite as much because he's been working with a buddy of his.
Oh, okay, good for him.
Yeah, so he's been pretty busy, not doing too much TikTok. He's been doing more lives though.
Oh, okay, good for him.
Um, the most electricity we use is our AC because it does get stuffy in the house.
Yeah. Your house
And
is like a cave.
that's and Juliana's place, she has no choice but to use electricity because it's stuffy in here so easily. And electric companies like, okay, you use this, you use that. Well, I have to, or else I'll die.
Well, yeah, I need the air.
How am I supposed to breathe in no air? Man, I'm just like Ace Ventura half the time. Must have air.
You're so funny.
I'm in a good mood. I've had some coffee. It's actually, I think, my second cup
Good.
because I had some I went down to McDonald's earlier so I can have some breakfast because
Oh, that's good.
my number was gonna take a while to be called. So I was like, I might as well get some breakfast and then come back.
Well, that's funny. Well, I like I like when you're like this. You're extremely entertaining when you're like this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still cracking up at that Amish thing.
Well, that's well. You're just being funny tonight.
But what's not a joke is these outlandish bills that these capitalist corporations, complex, whomever is going to be in charge, just saying, oh, you owe this, oh, you owe that. What are you on, and how do I not get attached to it? Or how do I not get addicted to it? Because you're saying I owe between 80 to 100 on a certain amount of these months when I really shouldn't have to. Like how much do you think I get paid at my job?
It's called price gouging. They got us
Price
both.
gouging, yeah.
Yep,
That's
they got us both.
I'm just like, you know what? Just to I'm just gonna pay at least one bill. I'm gonna pay the lowest bill that is set on that list. But that's it. Like send me all the papers you want, but I'm not gonna freaking no. I already pay electricity. I already paid. I've been living there nearly a decade. I pay electricity. I pay rent.
Are you
I
robbing Peter to pay Paul?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Like freaking
and they're price gouging you.
yeah. I didn't even pay my full rent this month because I had stuff to do.
That's what I mean. They're price gouging you. Like I pay all my bills, they all get paid, but now they froze my account. I'm like, well, I need to pay those bills. I
I
get
have
all my bills paid, but then like, what am I gonna do if my account's frozen?
I have no problem paying bills, but it's getting ridiculous. I didn't even pay my full rent this month, and they didn't say diddly about it, which I'm kind of hoping it stays that way.
Well, they don't keep up your billing. I mean, you can say
For real, like it. I live in a slumlord building. I'm basically my own handyman.
so they can't really say anything.
I
You're
had to replace my own faceplate. They want to blame the former tenants for not turning off the because I had a burst pipe above my shower head, right where my ceiling is. I'm
but that
just
was
like,
10 years ago.
no, that was this year.
I know, but they're blaming the former tenants. You said you guys have been there for 10 years.
No, I think they a few months back, before it happened. I think that's when they moved out.
Okay,
I think they moved out this year. But
okay.
I'm just like, you know what? You guys need to reimburse me or something because that burst pipe was not my fault. That's that was a perfect example of them not keeping tabs on the apartment. And I'm not even blaming the maintenance guy. I've met him. Uh, he's very friendly. I blame the complex, the people running it. They keep hiring these new people, don't know what in the world they're doing. It's like I only paid half my rent. You guys didn't even say anything about that.
They can't really make you pay the full rent because they won't fix things up. They
That's
won't
what,
go in there and
and that's why I'm not.
repaint or recarpet or fix anything.
That's why I'm not stressing about paying these bills because okay, our invention is almost in the 8,000 region finally.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, if I get up to, let's say, 5 or 6K, I'll probably pay at least 3K. So that way, it lowers us down substantially.
Well, I'll just be glad when it's all the way paid off and it can start helping people.
Yeah, and it can get us out of these rat holes we're living in.
Yeah.
I mean, by 23, we're gonna have everything paid off in full. We're gonna have at least over 1,000. Well, close to. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm hoping it'd be close to 1,000 subscribers or watch hours.
Well, let's just keep making content. And hopefully, people will like what they see. And you're being really funny tonight.
Because this whole thing's a joke. These whole this Collect-Tober is a joke to me. I mean, people who live in the hood, there's a reason they save up for call waiting, so they can see who's actually, or waiting for call ID. I mean,
Yeah.
that way when bill collectors, you recognize the number, you're just like, click.
Well, the thing I think is funny about bill collectors is the bill collectors try to come after me. I don't owe anybody money.
I don't either.
So,
I'm paying whatever I feel is necessary. That's basically how it is with me.
the bill collectors, half the time, they do this thing called phishing. And they call you up and they try to threaten you and say you owe money when you don't. Yes. Yeah. And I just tell them, you really do have the wrong person, and nice try, though. Nice try.
If it was me, I'd throw an accent.
I just tell them, nice try. I go, look, I know you're just doing your job.
And
Nice try. I don't
that
owe you
actually
any
reminds
money.
me. Here's how you know if it's a bill collector, because this has happened to me quite a few times. This is how they get you. You ask them, "What may I help you with?" Their next line is going to be, "I'm on an extended line, and I wanted to make sure that this, and this." They don't answer your question straight away. Immediately hang up.
Well, no, they'll get on there and they'll try to threaten you and make it sound like there's some court case pending against
No,
you.
no, no.
You might be in trouble.
No. I've had bill collectors do this. I've had people from internet companies do this, and I'll just ask them, "This is him. How may I help you?" I am on an extended line to make sure this is quality insurance purposes. I'm just like, if you're not going to answer my question, I'm hanging up.
I'm like, insure this.
This is blah 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 from so and so internet service. I'm just like, click.
Half the time I'm talking to somebody from India when they do it, and I'm like, you guys, and they sound like they're threatening me, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not. I know you guys are just doing your job. I know you're supposed to scare me and all this kind of stuff.
And that's why I call it Collect-Tober, because it's Halloween season. The collectors feel like it's an appropriate time to scare you, and they're not going to admit it, but that's the truth. They figure it's Halloween season. Let's scare them into paying these bills, doing this and that.
Yeah, and it's like trick or treat, trick or treat, right?
It's like trick or treat this. They can't see your finger over the phone. They can if it's Zoom.
They, yeah.
But yeah, if it's a collector, you have no obligation to be nice. You can always hang up. Pay your bills if you are able to. Don't feel obligated. Don't feel bullied into paying bills that you're not able to. Because that is part of the problem. That is what's wrong with our society today. We are being pressured and bullied and obligated onto having to pay the exact amount, which we don't have half the time. So Collect-Tober is a thing. I hereby claim that it is.
It's a thing. It's a sensational word.
And I'm going to say this. That's one thing you should not be scared of. Pay the bills when you have the money.
Well, what are they going to do? Take money out of you that you don't have.
I'm just like, go on and cut off my electricity. I know ways around it anyway. Especially once I get my Vanguard, I can just, if I'm in the mood to play some PS5 once I get it, I'm just gonna be like, I got portable.
They can't do anything to you.
That's why I'm not scared of these collectors or higher ups, people who basically work in ivory tower types.
They're just, what can they do to you? I mean, they're just someone trying to scare you over the phone. And I
You
mean,
guys are as bad as news people.
oh gosh. Hey, remember that meme I sent you about wrestling being fake, and then the kid turned around and told the parent that the news was fake.
I don't think I remember that one, but it sounds funny.
Yeah, yeah. The parent was trying to tell the kid wrestling was fake. So
Wrestling is more real than the news. I'm just gonna say that.
And the parent was just like, oh, and I'm like, ooh, you got told.
It's more real than the news. Nope, nope. If you watch the news, your life is already in paranoia.
Yeah, quit watching the news.
Oh, there's a perpetrator down the block from us. We better be careful. You you walk all the way up and down the block from the store to your house,
Dude, I did not need to watch the news to figure that one out.
and and you guys have neighborhood watch. So how you guys?
If you want to know if there's a perpetrator on your block, just walk your dog and look around. You don't need to watch the news to figure that one out.
That's what I'm saying. You have neighborhood watch. You have guard dogs. So why do you have to watch the news to look out for creepers?
Right?
It's like the neighborhood in Edward Scissorhands. You're just on one line. Just be like, did you see who's driving down the street just now?
Oh, gossiping.
Yeah, the Yentas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, every neighborhood has people like that watch out their window to see what's going on in the neighborhood.
Because that's the only excitement in their lives. It's pathetic. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Collectors, don't even worry about it. If you're already not, there's no need to say, "Oh, I'm already not."
Okay, here's the thing about the collectors.
Mm.
They get paid whether they get you to agree to pay the bill or not. They get paid just because they called you.
If Dirty wants his money, I say we give him his money.
They got paid because they got you on the phone. So they already got paid because they got you on the phone. So
they're just greedy. It's greedy corporations.
Right. So
they're already getting paid for the phone call.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So don't worry about it. They can't get you.
That's why I'm like 3 days of notice and quit or what? Like you're seriously going to send me this because you're part of the problem? Because you're working for higher ups, you're working for these greedy corporate so and so's. Get out of here with that. You should be lucky enough I even pay my rent, even half of it. Want me to pay sewage, trash, and water? Peace out with that. People losing their daggone minds. But I basically said my piece. Uh, I'll see if I have enough energy to do the next video. I gotta charge my computer, but really consider what I said. And if you know somebody who's has a fear of collectors, show them my video.
Yeah, it's
And simply explain to them this is why you should not be scared of collectors calling you. If you get a letter from them, burn it, shred it, whatever. If
yeah,
you don't have the money for it, there's nothing you can do about it.
yeah, exactly.
All in all, I'll see you in the next video.